Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Derek and we just got back from our trip. So we went on a 3,000 mile road trip out to Arizona, Utah, went to Zion, Moab, Colorado mountains. We did it all. So in this video we'll be headed to Lake Powell. But before that I wanted to go through everything that we did to the Jeep the week before we left. There was a lot to do, a lot of new parts to find. Luckily we were able to make it on the road and it brought us back. So stay tuned for that. As you can see, we pulled the transmission and just working on it. So we had a leak that was dripping right onto the exhaust, and it wasn't a problem whenever it was cooler, but now that it's getting warmer, it's starting to leak a lot more. I had bought a seal last year knowing that it was a problem back when it was a little bit warmer, but I never put it in because it stopped because it was cold. Completely stopped, no leaks at all. So from what I looked up, it said pump seal. Fortunately, with the pump seal, you need to pull the trans. I was planning on doing that while I put in the 242 that I'm working on. I've got every part I need for the 242. I got the slip yoke eliminator, the rebuild kit if I need to do that. Went to the U-Pull-It the other day, and I was expecting to find one, the 15 at least, Grand Cherokee's there, and there was not one. So working on getting that this week. You know, we leave in a week and a half, so from the time of this video, so the Wednesday, June 9th. And yeah, a little stressed out. Got a lot of work to do as well with my normal jobs. So this is my daily driver, dealing with all that. I've never done this before. I know you guys always want me to do the DIY videos, but never doing this before, it's hard for me to film because I really want to be able to tell you the right way to do it. And so yeah, I'm watching videos to figure out how to do this stuff. But fortunately, there's not really many videos on this trans with the pump seal. There's a few teardown videos I've been trying to watch and pick apart. But so yeah, we got the trans out. I did get the pump seal off, so it's right there. Pulled that off. So I'll put a new O-ring on here, put a new pump seal on here. I bought a whole rebuild kit, and there's a bunch of stuff I could do, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna fix it. I've got an O-ring for the pan. I have a new O-ring for this guy right here. There's my 247 transfer case, and I got the top out because we had to pop the pan out through there. So just putting it together. We're gonna put the seal back on, put all the O-rings on, put it back together, put all that back on. Hopefully put it in today. Today's Monday, Memorial Day, so trying to put it in. Ideally, I'd like to drive it tomorrow for work. If not, I'll get a rental car or something. But so as you can see, I was pretty stressed out. This is my daily driver, so not having it running kind of stresses me out a little bit. On top of just being the busiest season that I've had so far with my wedding videos and my real estate work that I do. Just been non-stop busy. We did end up finding a 242 transfer case. I needed to drive an hour away to pick it up. It ended up being a little bit more expensive than I thought, or that I was planning on from the U-Pull-It. But U-Pull-It didn't have any, so we had to go this route since we're coming down to the last few days. And then I had the shop make the drive shaft, measure that up, and then I mocked up the slip yoke eliminator so I could get the measurement for the new drive shaft that we needed to make for the rear. The shop made that in 2 days, picked that up, I want to say 2 days before we left. Put that in, had some vibrations, so ended up changing the pinion angle, fixed all of that. And then I needed to fab up some extended sway bar links since I wasn't able to get a new sway bar for the rear before we left. But once we got all that together, she seemed to be running fine, no more leaks, which was great. And we got on the road. So we left our house in Northwest Arkansas at I think 10:30 at night. We ended up pulling into the campsite at 5:30 in the morning. Got a few hours of sleep. We drove 9 hours then, all the way from Elk City, Oklahoma to Gallup, New Mexico. We then pulled into camp. I think it was probably around 5 or 6 p.m. Kind of set up. I still had some photos that I needed to edit from the shoots that I had on Wednesdays. So I finished up some work, went to bed. We woke up nice and early, I believe at 5 a.m. so we could head to Lake Powell, which is only 4.5 hours away. So we drove all the way there, Page, Arizona. We did end up finding a great spot, lakefront, where we could pull the jet skis in and out. So Peyton and I went back to town, picked up the rental jet skis and the old WJ, and headed out to the beach. Ended up getting stuck on the beach, but was able to air down and power through, as you see right here. And the WJ did great. I mean, once I was aired down, didn't have any troubles. Backed up to the water, put her in, and had to back the Jeep all the way in pretty much to get the jet skis off. And we just hung out. So we stayed there for 3 days. Went out on the jet skis the whole next day. Got to go down to Antelope Canyon, go out to the marina for some dinner. Came back, just kind of relaxed the next day. And then Peyton wanted to take his Wrangler up onto the top of Lone Rock Beach. There's kind of this giant hill that I've never been up before because we haven't had anything that would do it. Peyton wanted to go up there, so we got the camera, hopped in, sent it up the hill. That thing's a beast and can literally go anywhere. But here's some of the view that we had at the top. Peyton was wanting to try it out, do some rock crawling on the way down. Doesn't look as good, obviously, on camera as it did there. It was pretty much straight downhill with some giant ledges. From there we drove an hour and a half to Zion National Park on, I believe, Tuesday. And we drove through the park, went to Springdale, which is the surrounding city, Springdale, Utah. Had some lunch. Then we headed out to the desert to find a perfect camping spot. Did some bathing in the river. Did some long exposure shots. Did hike Angel's Landing the next day, which was awesome. That was our second time doing that. Paige and Peyton's first time. But it's been a great trip, you know, and I really can't wait to show you guys the next video. I have a bunch of video from Moab and Hell's Revenge. We did another trail too. I can't quite remember what it was, but you guys have to stay tuned for that video. Put a little teaser in with the drone footage on the entrance to Hell's Revenge. So that was cool, but in the next video we're gonna have a ton of wheeling footage. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you in the next one.